Welcome back. Rob Klassen starting off the show today, back from Wholesale Sports. It's great to have you back on the show, Rob.
Always great to be here, Susan.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about.
We do.
Yeah, the first being that Wholesale Sports now has its own shotgun. It's a Benelli Canadian Outfitter Edition Supernova shotgun.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Okay, I'll go over it again. It's a Benelli shotgun, so that's a brand name, well-known, worldwide known for its craftsmanship and their great ability to build firearms. And what's exclusive to Wholesale Sports is the Supernova is available to other retailers, I would imagine, but it's been customized. We've got our own little customized part of it, which is called the Cerakoting, and it's called the burnt bronze color. And now Cerakoting is the bronze color you see on the barrel and the receiver. And what that basically is it's a ceramic material that's heat bonded to the barrel and the receiver, and by doing so, it protects the barrel and the receiver from any and all elements that nature can throw at it, and also makes it exclusive. So if you're on the range, you're going to be the only one out there with that kind of a customizing to it. It's like showing up with the ball and somebody else has the same dress as you. In this way, you know, you're going to be exclusive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and again, you've got the Benelli brand to it, which is actually owned by Beretta, that being one of the oldest manufacturer in the world.
Okay. From
1526, actually. And so it's just a great package. It's a 12-gauge shotgun. It's chambered in what's called the 3.5 inch, which means you can put a 3.5 inch shotgun shell through it. It'll also accept a 3 inch and a 2 3/4 inch.
Okay, so some
shotgun.
options.
Yeah, there are some options depending on the activity you're going to use the shotgun with. Like say for clay pigeon shooting, you're probably going to use the 2 3/4, and if you're out there trying to harvest some goose, some Canada geese or whatever, you might use the 3 or the 3.5 inch for sure to try to get the job done that way.
Awesome.
And what's also exclusive about it, Susan, is when you buy the shotgun, you're also going to get for $80, an $80 value at no cost to the customer. What you're going to receive is 2 boxes of score ammunition. So that's a great thing. Capital Waterfowling is a Canadian company, and they build goose calls and duck calls. So you're going to get that with it also, along with a black hat. It says Benelli on it. Very nice. And then a little plastic carrying case. So it's going to keep it, in... keep all your stuff in good condition, yes.
So a good time to buy. You get the whole package, lots of little extras that go with it.
For sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and also I'll just cover, if we have time, Susan, I'll cover another really great product we have that's available to our customers, and it's on sale right now at $140 off the regular price. And that's the Benelli. We have two. It's a little package basically. It's a Benelli spotting scope, a 35 power Benelli spotting scope, along with a set of binoculars. Right. And with that is going to come a hard case and a soft case and a little tripod, a table tripod. So for $429.99. Somebody can pick that up. Like, Christmas is only 6 months away. And
don't say it, but you're right.
But those who are planning ahead and don't want to get into that panic mode like we've all put ourselves into before, now would be a good time to come pick up 1, 2, 3, or 4 of them. Yeah. And for all your friends, and then you could, be ready for Christmas, kind of, sort of. Fantastic,
kind of, sort of.
Yes.
Okay, so some great stuff for the hunting guy or girl in your life. Absolutely. It's never too early to pick things up, especially when they're on for a great price. But we've got a lot more to cover here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Midday. Stay with us. Welcome back, Rob Klassen, joining us from Wholesale Sports, talking a whole bunch about fishing in this segment. There's a lot to cover here. There's
a lot to cover, and the reason I have all this here in front of us, Susan, is with Canada Day coming very, very close, I think it's only appropriate that we talk about Canada and how great we both know we live in probably the best country in the whole wide world, and we're proud of it, and why not be right? So, and I've said before on this show that Wholesale Sports is a Canadian company, and we do support as many Canadian companies as we probably can. So I thought it'd be great to celebrate that by telling everybody about the Canadian companies that we carry, although I won't be able to get to each and every single one because there are just too many.
Which is great.
It is great, but Canada, we make some great products and we have some great companies, and I think it's only appropriate that we do that for our Canadian companies. So let's start off with things from the fishing department that we do carry. And again, I'm not going to be able to cover it all, but here we have our Moby nets. I've had them on the show before. These are made in Maple Ridge, British Columbia. I happen to have received one of these from my favorite daughter on Father's Day.
Daughter. Already asked.
Only one. That's right.
And that is a good, environmentally responsible, easy on the fish.
It is.
Right?
It's great for the fish because it's actually a catch and release net.
Yeah.
You can use it for netting the fish and keeping it if you choose to do so, but if you do choose to release it, it's not going to injure the fish, and it'll be able to live another day and get larger for the next fisherman
exactly.
or lady out there, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about Scotty. Scotty's a company from Sydney, British Columbia. They this company here, they make everything for boats and rod holders and accessories. They carry downriggers, or they make downriggers. So a great array of things. We carry 32 feet of their product in our store, plus 32 feet plus, and so that's a full aisle basically. And a great company, very well thought of, and they supply us well with all the things that we need. Let's talk about very quickly. I have, of course, a very small sample, but this is what we call. This is a company called Gibbs. Gibbs is from Delta, British Columbia.
Nice. And
they make all kinds of fishing lures, whether it be for lake fishing, ocean fishing, or river fishing, all that kind of stuff. It's a great company. Again, we represent them very, very well at our store. They have a lot of space. Let's talk about, we have a silver reel here, and that's the Amundsen reel.
Okay.
That Amundsen reel is made in Delta, British Columbia.
Nice.
Again, from Delta. So I actually have one of those Amundsen reels on my fly rod. It carries my sinking line. And a great reel.
Yeah.
Very well thought of. Again, the Islander reels, the blue reel we see here. Now that's a mooching reel. It's for ocean fishing. They are actually made in Saanich, British Columbia, so that's going to be on Vancouver Island.
That's where I grew up, Saanich.
There you go. So you probably know it well.
What's the name of the company there?
It's called Islander Reels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
So they are a top-notch reel. Anybody who wants the best reel in the business goes for the Islander, believe it or not. They actually do. Let's talk about this. This is a fishing lure. People use them all the time. This is called the Deadly Dick. Now, the Deadly Dick is from Campbell River, British Columbia. So again,
a lot of island companies.
a lot of island. When it comes to fishing, I think that's sort of
the way
where it's coming from, or the West Coast, you know, that area. Kamuki Lures. I don't know exactly where they're made in Canada, but they are a Canadian company.
Yes.
Some of the companies that are Canadian do outsource, and they have to for various reasons.
Yeah.
But that's Kamuki. Again, the Lucky Bug, and they come in many different shapes and sizes. Lucky Bugs actually, people who use them actually do quite well.
Nice.
And Lucky.
They're lucky.
That's why I hope so. You know. And very quickly, the last thing I'll talk about from the fishing department is this is called Superfly. So anybody who ties flies, they will use a very small piece of this to attach it to the hook that they're tying other things to make it look like a fly.
I thought this was a toupee when I first walked up today, but yeah, for tying flies, and you can get them in all colors.
All different colors, shapes, and sizes. All kinds of things. Yeah, the people who tie flies are very particular about.
I'm sure.
About what they're doing, for sure. So we're going to get into the camping a little bit. The first, I don't have it here, it's a camping chair. You'd probably find me sleeping right now if I was in it. It's the Kuma chair. It's technically from Jasper, British Columbia. Not made there, but the company is from there.
Yes.
And then we have Groman knives. This is a very, very fine knife, and I have two of them here for display. I won't touch it because they are very, very sharp.
Right.
But very fine quality workmanship, and is a Groman knife, and it's made in Canada also.
Very nice.
Or a Canadian company, shall we say. And then Reliance. This is just a small sample of what we carry for Reliance. This is the little portable shower. You can fill it with water, and you can either shower yourself off, your dog off, or anything else. You just put pressure in it. They also sell like porta potties and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we carry a good selection of the Reliance brand in our store.
Nice.
So, and then I'll just finish off. I mean, we can't leave out the hunting department, even though they got a little attention in the first segment there.
Yes.
We'll come back at them again here.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the Score ammunition once again. They're a Canadian company. They are made in Carberry, Manitoba.
Right, and what are they?
It's shotgun ammunition.
Shotgun
so
ammunition, of course,
I have a slug, because you can fire slugs through shotguns.
Yes.
And then the other one, that particular other box I have, is for clay pigeon shooting, something that you're an expert at, right?
I hit one, but it was a good start.
That's pretty
right?
good. That's pretty good, Susan.
I enjoyed that segment.
Capital Waterfowling. So they make goose calls and duck calls. And actually, the co-owner is Eric Graba, who I believe is an Edmonton Oiler.
Oh, very
and,
cool.
yeah, so that's a company from, and then Thundershot. We sell this it's actually a target. What you do with this is you actually put another substance in here. This is tannerite. This is a sample one, by the way. And then you set it up quite a distance away from where and you shoot, and it creates kind of a really cool big explosion.
Right.
I've done it. I had one actually, and it was really, really fun. And we use them. We also have some smaller ones for rimfire.
Awesome.
And the only problem with that is, and I have to say, with forest fire season, they are subject to forest fire. If there's an open fire ban,
right,
you cannot use them. It's against the law.
Good to know. We are out of time, Rob. Look at all the great stuff you brought in today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us. Always enjoy it.
Hunting and fishing season, of course, heading up the whole season right now, but of course, hunting getting huge in the fall. Now's the time to buy. If you want to check it out, you can go to wholesalesports.com. We're back after a quick break. Stay with us.